Hello, darlings. Okay. Oh, bear with me here. Where you're this is this is a message for your energy going in right now, wherever you're at. Get out of your comfort zone. Destiny is waiting. Okay. And if for those of you who saw the fiasco of the broken my old microphone, oh my first microphone broken, done for. My new microphones came in. My new microphone came in. And so we're testing it out right now. We're testing it out. Ooh, all right, let's see here. I'm getting ready. I'm going to be doing some spell work today. I've got some things happening in my realm, in my world. Let's see. Can we still hear me if I bend over this way? Because I've been wanting the wireless microphones. Um, for some time now. So for doing outside, it's winter where I am. I reside where there is winter currently. So as you know, as I get outside, as I begin and start to grow this channel and really do the messages a lot, I'm going to need microphones for being outside, or even when I do my car tarots, when I'm out riding around. All right, so we're going to clear the energy. This is get out of your comfort zone. I got the calendar in my hand. Destiny is waiting. I actually bought myself a moon calendar. I've been meaning to do that for so many years now. I like calendars. I like the view. I like the view of the paper calendar. I'm one of them. Anyway, so I'm going to set that to the side. That's new. And I have gone to the Crow Tarot. I started this kind of late yesterday. And just kind of like, what's the energy? If you're thinking about a person, what's your situation, a job? What are you looking for some guidance on? Where's the balance? Something that hasn't quite come to fruition yet. And why? Why hasn't it quite come to fruition yet? Let's see. I don't know how this is gonna be. I was testing out the microphones yesterday. Oops, we might get a little bit of noise there. Sorry, guys. And my necklaces were clinking around, but I've got this hoodie on today. So okay, so the balance of energy begins with this. I believe is you. This is your energy, high priestess energy. And this is these stack of cards here is what that balance is. So we're going to start off, if we're asking about a person, what's the guidance? What is it? You on this side are the high priestess. You're like, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm connected. I know things. I'm ready to go. Sometimes, though, as an encouragement, how often does something not come to fruition, and then you go down the line and you look back, and after the fact, you're like, well, fuck, thank goodness that didn't happen, because that would have been a shit show. Or thank God that door didn't open, because actually behind that door was not what I really wanted, what I needed, whatever. So think about it that way. Sometimes if things are you feel are delayed, it just may be you need to be continually stepping into your high priestess status of what you desire, of what you truly want. And the universe is going to mirror that. So it begins with the death card. That's like could be a new beginning. Okay. And actually, we're going to take this. We're going to take these. So this is what's happening on the other side, whether it be a person or the balance in yourself. Death, that's like devouring what no longer serves your soul, or a new beginning. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. There's no such thing as actual death, because whatever it is, the energy turns into different energy and becomes something else. And and even in yourself, you may flesh and bone no more disintegrate, but your spirit is eternal. You are an eternal spirit being. Okay, so what we're doing is we're saying death to the ho hum drum, death to not being able to see on the other side of it. You've got to trust your instinct, trust your connection. You have taken the spark of the magician, right? Right before the high priestess comes the magician, and you are running with it. So somebody had an idea, or you yourself had the idea, had the spark, and now you're running with it, and it's coming to fruition. This is like whatever didn't serve your soul crumbling away. Whatever didn't serve your soul is being devoured. Um, I think of vultures, okay? Vultures are a good thing. Vultures symbolize devouring death, disease, pestilence, removing it till it's all gone. They actually have stomach acid that can even devour, disintegrate the bones and anything, right? Till it's all gone. Now that obviously turns into that, then the shit, and then that, and then they poop it out, and it becomes something else. It flows down the river in your drinking water. I don't know. Good thing we filter things. It don't matter. It don't matter. Our food is poison, pesticides anyway. It don't matter. It don't matter. Okay. Anyway, I'm making some jokes, but that is the energy. So this is what is going away. The lack, any roadblocks that you had, um, those are changing for you. Okay, what did I wrote down something that I really, what did I write down? Oh my God, where are we here? What did I write? What did I write? Okay, that's what it was. Okay, the tangible reality. Where was I going with that? The spark. So that's another aspect of it. The hard work has paid off. Your dreams, your ideas are really coming to a tangible reality. Now, if we're asking about person, if we're asking about love. So that's what was happening on the back scene. There was a lot of heartache. There was a lot of past heartache. There's a lot of hard work coming up to this. But that hard work is over. Next card out is the Queen of Wands. You are strong. I mean, look at you. You are fiery. You are passionate. You know how to take that fire and run with it here on earth in the tangible reality, to lead with that fire, the fire power of the sun, that the sunflowers, and we get the sun card often in this collective. We got our little regal crow there. Okay. You may, from the past insecurities, may have a hard time stepping into your high priestess status, stepping into your Queen of Wands. But this message here is to tell you that you can take that fire and you can run with it on earth. You are balanced in self, okay? And then, okay, so on the other aspect, now we have who, maybe this was your person, this is something, or this is part of you on the other side. Now we already know, without getting too deep dove without diving too deep into an esoteric conversation, it's all you anyway. Everybody you encounter is you. If you don't like something about somebody, or somebody is something, maybe it's something you need to change in yourself, or the frequency, the vibration you're putting out there. Now, again, we're only at where we're at because of where we came from. And you were brought in, chosen to go wherever you came from, to take whatever journey of life you decided to take. Okay, anyway, so if you got a bunch of bullshit people around you, there is something you need to do for yourself, whether it be physically walking away, physically or energetically. Just a quick notion. And as you strengthen your intuition and you strengthen your connection to the divine and are taking that fire, that divine fire, and running with it, um, you've got a Knight of Cups coming in. And that Knight of Cups is coming in. That's the message. Like, this is not fast moving. This Knight is not fast moving. Now, this, what it would be is potentially a person or a message coming in to cover up the entire heartache, the entire Ten of Swords heartache. That is, I mean, you can see what that card means. This little crow is coming in, hovering over, and is going to hover over and remove all those swords. You yourself are the one who has to physically do it for you. Okay, and it's your decision. Um, but it's nice to have a partner. Okay, this is lovely. This is a message coming in. And if you're like, oh, this is my person, oh, maybe they're too young. It could be an age gap thing. Okay, maybe they're too young for me. Can they really come in and cover over this heartache? I've been through fucking 20-year abusive marriage, or I've been through so much heartache. I've never had a healthy relationship. I don't know that. I don't know what that means. I've never had that. I feel that I want that. I want to find my matching fiery energy. But with love. And right behind that came the King of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So you can see this empty cage. So here you go. Well, this Knight of Cups is coming in to cover over that, the entire, I mean, 10. That's a full blown heart hurt, stabbed in the back, all of the swords fucking in your back, like fuck off. And you're like, really? Can this person, can this energy, can this really come in? I've been through so much. Yes. It's not just the Knight of Cups. That Knight of Cups is coming to deliver the message, is the message for the King of Cups, which is, that's the ultimate loving cup leadership energy that you yourself are in now. Yeah, it is lessening and lessening. We went from the 10 to the 9. That bird isn't in the cage anymore. If that's significant to you, the 9 of Swords. So this is like, the heartache is coming to an end in that nest. You know, it was a nest of heartache. Um, what am I trying to say here? What am I trying to say here? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Again, there was something I was reading through my whole notebook last night. I was just really doing an entire deep dive, but there was something from before that I wanted to say. There it is. I wrote this in April last year. He's not superficial. He sees energy, so to speak. He may have, yeah, gone through the heartache. He may have and this could be you, okay? You together, maybe you and a divine counterpart coming in. Friends, lovers, or nothing. There is a message of truth coming in. And this is something that I feel like was started a while ago. This is something that has come to, this is not like you went through the heartache with somebody and they're coming back in. I never, ever, ever will ever pull on an ex. I'll never, just want to make sure that the green light is still on, because I don't know how long the batteries last. It's like my first time doing a reading with these new microphones. I'll never pull on an ex. So this is not somebody that, if that's your question. That's your question. So hold on. If you are thinking of someone who gave you the 10 of swords, gave you every fucking sword all the way leading up to the 10, and you're like, maybe they're coming back in with a changed heart. No, never, never. You leave that shit in the dust every motherfucking time. Tick tock, tick tock. Okay. This cup of love, this knight of love coming in, who is actually the king of cups, the king of love. Um, there's something else in my notebook that is like, get it, and I I never do this. I never read like this. What else? What, spirit? Tell me. Tell me. Okay. Hmm. You've been and now if you're like, love is not where I'm at. Love is not the drug. That's a song. Um, Work, building your home, building your empire, building your status, um, building your adventures. Ramble on. I have it written right here. Where's my ramblers? My ramblers, my gamblers. Led Zeppelin. Ramble on. Afterneath. Paolo Nutini. Shining Light. Simone. I can't remember her name. Hearts on Fire. I can't remember who does that song. Stargazing. Ramble on. Okay, so there's something to do with music and work. Maybe you work in music. Um, Something, maybe it's a new job coming in to cover over. Maybe that Knight of Cups, that King of Cups energy coming in to cover over a hurt in a job that you had before. Um, Something you had was lost. And that could have been your drive, your energy. Yeah. This is let's see, this is all from April of last year that I'm writing. And it doesn't matter, you might see this in 2030. Um, but think about, I guess, okay, so the energy is, I think the energy is like, think about a year ago. There was something that you wanted to start, something that you wanted to do. It got put on the back burner. It looks like it's been a lot of work. And that's the thing too with the messages. Things take time. If you want to build something, sometimes you're like, I'm ready, I already know. And then like, but spirit comes in, the universe, life is like, well, hold on. You gotta lay your slab, do your framework, raise your raise your walls. Um, Before you put your sheetrock on, motherfucker, you gotta do the electrical. You gotta do the electrical, and um, there's other things that need to happen. So in the beginning, as I was saying, like sometimes you're like, oh my God, thank God that door didn't open yet, because you know what? I don't think you were prepared. And we got to get like, okay, our ego wants to be like, oh, fuck, fine, just do it. Just get it done. Sometimes we want to just like come in with too much fire. But once you have that spark, but just remember, so if something's seemingly taking too long, just keep working at it. Keep, oh yeah, okay. Keep working at it. Keep working at it. Um, okay. Okay, keep working at it. I'm gonna leave this. I've got also balance here. I've like, okay, so if you're deciding between two different things, make a line down the middle. Weigh your options, make your list. Um, And that's how you do it. You've got to think about it. You've got to think about the process. You've got to go through it. You've got to weigh all your options, your pros, your cons. That's the word I'm looking. That's what I was looking for. Because that's the process. Because you've got to weigh it all out. You got to think about it. Because you might like not think, do it, and then you'd be like, oh, what was that? What was that? So sometimes you got to experience this so you know when you get out of it and you go to this, you're not going to question what that was. You're not going to question what that was. Okay, that could be another um, aspect of it. Okay. Anything else that I wrote last year that could be pertaining to today? That's another full blown message that I'm hearing, that I'm receiving. Like sometimes you will get these readings, you'll get these messages, you'll get these downloads, and you're like, yeah, that's me. If you really feel it, set it to the side. Things that you receive, that's how it works psychically. You may receive this information, you may receive this knowing a year or two prior. So if you're on a journey and you're like, I've been on this fucking journey, keep going. We have a card in here that's keep going with it. Um, because in a year's time, you might get that reading and it might come to fruition and you'll think back, oh my God, I had the premonition of this a year ago. That's how it works a lot of the time. So I know people are going to try to give you a time frame. I know. But I can tell you, spirit, the earth, the energy, the all that is, the way of existence, does not give a fuck about our man-made calendar, especially this Gregorian calendar, especially. It's so blasphemous to our actual natural flow of existence, the scheduling. But whatever, we're here to experience everything we're here to experience. That's what the universe is going to do in every which possible way in a million different, a billion, 8 billion, 10 billion different personalities. So this is the society we've created. But the energy, I've gone over this before, and we constantly need to come back to encouragement. What, 3 days go by, you're like, oh my God, it's been like 5 and 7 years. Oh, it's only been an hour. Jeez, time is fucking dragging. um so it can be how it is. It's like coming to Narnia. Okay, out there in the spirit world, there is no calendar, there is no time. Time is an illusion. Time is an illusion. Time is an illusion. We only go by time because it's the societal structure that we've created. Now, if we burned all this down, removed every piece of paper and calendar and everything from the face of this earth and every money, would you still survive? Yeah, because the base, yeah. Anyway, all right. Somebody needs that encouragement. Okay. So when we ask spirit, like, oh, how long, they're going to tell you yes. They're going to tell you yes because time doesn't exist. Time is an illusion. It's really blasphemous to the energy of all that is, because it's like Narnia, right? Are you familiar with Narnia? They go the Lion, the Witch, Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, whatever. They go to Narnia. Years and years and years go by. Years and years and years go by. Years and years and years go by. But out there, in the all that is existence, outside of this tiny little humanity, tiny little bit piece of the universe, humans, is like a blink of an eye. You're like, you come down here for 80 years, that is a blink of an eye in eternity. Now you could go crazy overthinking it, but don't go crazy overthinking it. Hold on. Just nosy, seeing who's driving out. So you've got to, if you focus on time, Pink Floyd is a song. It doesn't matter. All you're doing is stressing yourself out, and probably it's going to take that much longer because that's the energy that's going out there. Don't rush anything. Going with the flow in the present, slowing it down, which is so unfeeling. It feels unnatural. How you try to slow it down, you try to take a break and relax. How badly is your body bubbling up inside with guilt? I should be doing something. I should be doing something. You've got to take time for you, because if you don't take the time to fill up your own cup, if you don't take the time to deliver a little night riding in with your cup hovering over yourself and giving yourself that King of Cups love, that King of Cups energy, you're just going to keep being depleted. You've got to fill it up. Nobody's going to fill your cup. Now, we can come across people that encourage us, that give us, deliver messages, and we're all walking each other home. We're all helping each other. That's how we get to stay connected. That's just the beauty of the experience, telepathically, physically, whatever it may be. But you are the only one in control of your own veins, of your own mind, of your own limbs, of your own heart, of your own self, of your own existence. Now, if we're in abuse, yes, those people can be controlling us, but you've got to take the reins. No one is going to move your limbs for you. You are not a puppet. You've never been a puppet. You'll never be a puppet. There's nobody. There is no dude, chick, motherfucker with an ego outside of this human experience wanting to control your every move. You've got to fill your cup, because you're the only one exerting your energy. You need to be selfish. And that's not saying like take from everybody, take from everybody. No. That is filling, 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 because you fucking give, give, give. Fill your cup because you give, give, give. You give, give, give. You need to fill your cup. Okay, perfect. Anything else? Make your list. Make your list. Okay, put that over to the side. All right, I think that was it from a year ago that we needed to go over. So something that maybe started, something that maybe you saw a year ago, something that maybe a business idea, it might be coming to fruition now. All the pieces may have not been in place. All the players may not have been in place. So you've got to think on that, ponder on that, whether you can see it or not. The universe is always conspiring in your favor. Say it out loud. The universe is always conspiring in my favor. Take a deep breath. Release. Oh, yeah. The universe is always conspiring in my favor. Even when you don't feel it, you got to go through the motions. Things are going to happen. It's always to strengthen your own voice. Okay. So now that we know that love is coming in to cover over that heartache, to cover over that hurt, yes, this is a new beginning in it. We have the Fool. Just want to get this straightened out here. Let me just put these cards over to the side. We have the Fool, which is the ultimate new beginning. So we go from the Fool to the Nine of Wands, to the Page of Wands, to the Knight of Wands in reverse, to the Star, to the Nine of Cups, to the Hangman in reverse. Okay. This is a little stack here on itself, on its side. This is beginning. And when I told you it's almost complete, it's almost complete, you'd be like, oh my God, I've been hearing it's almost complete for 7 months now. Yeah, again, time. I wish I could. Pink Floyd. The Fool. You are beginning. And I don't think I often get the Fool card in this Crow Tarot deck. Look at him. He's on the log here, ready to go on a new journey with a lotus. So the tasks are almost complete in building it. Page of Wands come in behind, and that is like, that's the message. The messenger from the Queen, that's the messenger. Look at, this card always makes me think, this crow makes me think, extra, extra, read all about it. Extra, extra, read all about it. See it out of your little fiery wand there. Message incoming. And okay, so we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands would be like, this could be like coming in too hot, you know, flying, like flirty, too flirty, a little flirtatious, a little like, we're just gonna, that's not what the energy is, okay? This is gonna be a steady beginning. This is wish fulfillment, okay? You are getting to the wish fulfillment. You're just like, you've got the 9 cups. You're like, I'm just, maybe you're just like, I'm just missing my cup of love, my partnership. Um, Hangman in reverse, meaning like it's go time. It's go time. It is happening. Again, it's not always in our time frame that we want, based on our human ego desires. Um, but the energy is the way it flows. Again, nobody's controlling your destiny. Nobody's conscripting you. Nobody, there's no such thing. That's why we have free will. You are the star. And by allowing the love for yourself, allowing love from others to come in and cover over that hurt, um, you've got to let yourself shine. You've got to let yourself shine. You're the motherfucking star girl. You're the motherfucking star boy. You're the motherfucking star human. Okay? You are. And that's a message of encouragement coming in. You got to get out. You've been in hiding. You went in. You went in introspective. You went in, and that's really how you get the high priestess status. That's how you got connected, because you actually did it. You went in. You got to silence. You got to self. You are now the little light. You gotta let your little light shine. You can guide the way in the dark. You can guide the way in the snow. See this little crow with the lantern? That's the hermit. Because right behind that is the Ace of Swords, which is my sort of truth card. That is a message of truth coming in. That is a beginning in truth. So, you maybe were hidden before, but the truth of you, who you are, is coming out. Who you are as the star, who you are, like getting the tasks done, being on this journey, um, the truth is coming out. Now, if it's a person that was hindered or whatever, not sure, they were in introspective, they were in hiding, they're coming out. They're coming out to deliver this message of love to you. You got to take it to your own situation. So it could be everything. Maybe you're getting the love, the job, everything. And so that was the message. I actually put some stones. I used some stones. I set the piles last night on my desk, and then I laid the calendar on top of it, my new calendar. And I left the message. And I was, I'm getting ready to go. I have to go get a few supplies to run out to the store or whatever to do some spell work today. But I said, well, before I go, you know what? I love this message. It was something for me that I was asking in my own personal quiet time. Uh, and then I said, I go, okay, let me sit down. Spirit, do you have anything to expound upon on that? Should I shuffle the cards, say thank you for the message, put the cards away and call it a day? And I received the word of like, nope, it's not just for you. There are people, my subscribers, non-subscribers. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead, subscribe. If you haven't liked this video yet, don't forget, just go ahead and hit the like button. Because if you're here right now, you like it. So just like it. Boost me, baby. Boost me up a little bit. I'm excited for it. Again, actually, interestingly enough, I started. So let's get a little background about me, because it's good for me to be vulnerable as a real live human being going through my own journeys, my own things. You know, I started a channel about a year ago, a little over a year ago, for my tarot card readings, and then something in life happened. Was like, nope. Um, There was people that I kind of had to get rid of too, some negative energies, jealous energies, um, and things, whatever, that I had to work on for myself. Um, so here I am again. I'm in this couple of months now. What, 3 months I've been on this channel, putting this channel out here, starting again. Um, yeah, you can restart anything at any time. Let's see, whatever the fuck you want to experience, whatever the fuck you want to experience. I had a conversation with a delightful young lady the other day at the store, and it was like, I was gonna do this, but now I'm here for a year, and I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, you can. And they were very young, but so yeah, you can change your mind whenever you want. 50 years old, you want to change your career, you want to change your industry, do whatever the fuck you want, whatever the fuck you want. Reality isn't fixed. You create it. There's a message. There's a message about that, and that's, I think, the title of it, or the title in my little the picture. Oh my god, can't even think of the name of it. Anyway, I left these cards last night. I had my one piece of chert. This is like a really soft piece. I think this has got to be old because most stones are really pretty rough. Although chert, which I think is also flint, the Native Americans would make arrowheads and stuff out of it. It has a different feeling. It's got a waxy. I don't know. I feel like I call it like a waxy feeling. And then I have this one. It's almost like reminds me of like a little zebra, but a shit ton of friendship shaped rock. So the spark, the fire, the friendship, and then I've got two massive pieces of sea glass. That's all that I found collected over the years. These are actually really, I don't know if you could see them. Let's see if we could do this. See them? Two different colors. And I had those sitting on the cards last night. Um, so anyway, and I said, all right. I picked up the cards and I said, Spirit, is there anything else you want me to know about this message? This is a great message. It could be good. Should I share it? And then I began to shuffle, and we've got three more cards here to go over. This one, the Two of Wands. This is get out of your comfort zone. Destiny is waiting. So you are out of hermit mode. You are no longer the stagnant hanged man. You have all your cups. They are here. They exist. Everything you want already exists. You've just got to make the effort to it, emit the energy for it to come back. You can think of it as a mirror. You can think of it as a boomerang. You can think of it as placing steps here, although nothing is ever linear. Whatever. You know what I mean? This is action, but it's steady. It is beyond the veil. You can see. You have given word. You are given authority beyond the veil. You are given responsibility. Um, what is the other word I'm looking for? When somebody respects, you have the authority, but uh, trusted advisor, trusted information. I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but it'll come to me. You pick the word that works for you. That you are being trusted, because you can see beyond the veil. You're in. Maybe you're dreaming things. This could be it. Maybe you're dreaming. You're dreaming. You're receiving the psychic downloads. The knowing. You're just receiving the knowing. Like all of a sudden, because you're connected in your high priestess status. Um, So the spark, the fire energy, the movement. that you're taking. It is a loving, warm fire. Um, Partnership. Um, it's a beginning. Now, it is starting now. And what Spirit is telling me is like, it's not coming to get you. You've got to step out into it. You little star, you are making the decision to start this journey, showing up, showing out, just existing. You don't even have to do anything. You just exist, you little shining star, you. Um, you have to take that decision. You have to make it. You have to get out of your comfort zone. So when you're going into this energy, pondering on that, get out of your comfort zone, as uncomfortable as it might feel. um, Tap into your knowing, tap into your divine connection. When you need to ground yourself, um, tap into your higher self. uh, Slow it down, maybe. If you're nervous about words, slow it down. Nobody needs you to rush anything. And it can be very, if you live in a very fast paced world, it can be uncomfortable to slow things down. Now, in the United States of America, people who live like in the northeast corner, New Englanders and such, who I'm familiar with, speak very fast. We just, they talk really fast. I speak to people down south. You go down south, or Southerners, they speak probably at a regular pace. This is very uncomfortable for me to speak this slow, but this is normal. Somewhere that is normal. Somewhere that is normal. People don't talk like that. That is, I, so I have to try to, slow myself down sometimes, in communication, because that's just how I talk. Ace of Pentacles, and then so we've got the Ace of Pentacles and then the Ace of Wands. Those came out. This is what just came out this right now. Um, Ace of, which we had the other day, the Ace of Wands. That's a roadblock. This is upright. This is like going on adventures. This is like feathers flying, new beginnings. The roadblock was you not being able to get out of your comfort zone, taking that spark, taking your spark, and whatever past hurt. Yeah. Fucking Ten of Swords life. Fucking Ten of Swords life. I wonder why you're so nervous to step out. I wonder why you're so nervous to let your light shine if all you've done has been shot at and hurt. And not that everybody's shooting at you and hurting you, but maybe you were in an abusive situation. You had to, when you're in a trauma bond, you're in a psychological abuse. Um, Mind fuck can really fuck your mind. But you have the ability to reshape your brain, reshape that gray matter, dive in, figure out what is in there that does not serve you, and we get rid of it. And you did. You need to trust yourself now. You need to trust that you see beyond the veil. You've been in dreams and in life. You are back and forth. You're like, maybe even you not even having to be in the dream world. Okay, you are walking through life and you're like, oh fuck, I went out there, came back, went out there, came back, and you're receiving these messages and you're in communication. And the more you tap into your intuition, the more you tap into that, the more you tap into those messages and in your gut instinct and tap into yourself, the more you're going to receive it and you're going to flow and you're going to have that. You're doing it for the greater good. You're doing it for others, not just for ourselves. Yeah, we're living our lives. People around you, people you come across, people you come across in the store, people you come across on the road, whatever. This is the beginning in money. Yes, this is the beginning, and you can, the clouds are rolling away. This is my card. I always say, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark days and pass me by. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. I want you to continue to step into your spire, your spire, to continue to inspire others. I want you to continue to step into yourself, into your fire. Um, the Ace of Pentacles always, and that's the last of encouragement. You just keep your eyes on the prize. You keep your eyes on what you desire. And I think in doing that, in doing a task, okay, I always think of like snow shoveling, right? I used to have like a decade and 20 years, I don't know. I had this driveway. It was like an 80-foot driveway, and I shoveled it. And I would have to shovel it, the whole thing. Yeah, crazy. And I just remember focusing on the end and not looking. When you're going through a task, you're doing it. Now, obviously, you're in it because you're actually, doing it. But what you know is this is the result. I keep at this. This is the result. So you just keep at it and don't get overwhelmed in the process and how fucking long it's taking. It's the farmer. Oh, it's the farmer's almanac. Moon. Hi, I'm Moonstorm. This is Moonstorm Magic 88. Um, new beginnings, infinity, infinity. Forever. We're just okay. And that's the message. So knowing the whole background, knowing all of it now, you are the decision maker. The roadblock is gone. You are no longer roadblocking your life. You just keep your eyes on your desires. You keep your eyes on the prize. Hopefully, we'll see how this the sound came out. If it's fucked, well, and you're still with me, I'm glad you're here. If it's not, well, good. I'm gonna figure this out. These microphones, it's new, so I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for showing up for life in whatever capacity that means to you. There is no right way to be. There is no race to get to anywhere because life is happening in the present moment. That is where the memories are being made. That is where the stories are happening, the good, the bad, the ugly. That is where it's happening. Remember that. You're never going to get to a point where it's all done because life is happening. You're doing things. Don't get discouraged. And if this is your partner, you and your partner are balancing the world on your wand. This is a card of balance as well. You're balanced in self, night, day, all over the world. And there is a cup of love coming in to cover that heartache. Get out of your comfort zone. Destiny is waiting. Or maybe you just did get out of your comfort zone. Destiny is waiting. This is a message to keep going with that. I thank you again. Thank you for being here. I feel like there's one more thing. Is there another question? If they ask you out, just say yes. Just say yes. Because you don't know what you don't know until you know what you know. And you get to make the decision, the discernment in every step of every day of your own power, the power of your own sound mind. And that's an encouragement. You can't always make the decision unless you know what the decisions are. You can't weigh the options until you've weighed the options, you know? If you've got to make a decision based on weighted options, you you actually have to do it. Weigh the options, I guess, so to speak. And I'm taking this into my life today. There's a few things where I've had to step out of my comfort zone in the physical world. And anyway, if you're with me on this one, I'm glad. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad to be doing this. And you are loved. You are worthy. I love you. You are worthy. Oh, and my follower, subscriber, I mean that crochets. If you didn't see this, I wanted to show this to you. I recall somebody commenting, believe in the power of your own spud-tacular mind. You must. Actually, you know what? Let's do, oh, I've never done this before. Oh, I just knocked the phone holder from the desk drawer. This is what I do. I get a little package of cards. My teenager got this for me for Christmas. And I shuffle the little cards and I pick a new message. So this message has been on there for a while. Believe in the power of your own sound mind. You must. Let's shuffle these little baby cards and see. Let's see what the tiny potato is. That's what it's called? Yeah, tiny potato has in store for us to hold on to. Ooh. Okay. I was go on, yeah, go out to eat. Go out to eat. Because I was actually going to say that. So whoever that is for, I feel it, I hear it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Go out to eat. Because here's our little tiny potato spud message. Fear leads to hunger. Hunger leads to fries. Fries leads to happiness. So go and get your French fries. Go and get your love. Go out to dinner. Just say yes. Just say yes because you get to make the decision based on being able to actually make the decision based on the experience, based on what you know, what you actually physically know. You can daydream about it all you want, but what's real is what is real. Something like that. Okay. Go and get your fries. Go and get your love. All right. Many blessings to you. So mote it be.